Hi, this is a video to show the key features and the key elements of the Solar to Africa 400 system. There are essentially four main elements to the kit. We have the Solar to Africa 400 box, two 36 amp hour batteries that are supplied in bags, and these are connected to this box. The kit is also supplied with three LED light strips and a 120 watt folding solar panel that's also connected to this box. We'll show how each element is connected to the box in a moment, but let's just show you around the Solar to Africa 400 unit so that you understand the features and what each part does. So this is the main box. Okay. Firstly, the unit is shipped with the fuse removed, so as to protect the system should it turn on during transit. Okay. There are two fuses on this box. One is to protect the external batteries, one to protect the internal batteries. This fuse here will not be fitted, and you need to fit that yourself. It's in a bag in the top of the box, and there are also fuse covers to go over the top of this, as well as spare fuses. Okay, so in order to use the system for the first time, this bottom fuse must be inserted before you switch it on. Okay. So just to talk you around the key elements of the Solar to Africa 400 system itself and its features. On this face here, on this front here, we have the main on and off switch. Okay. We have a battery tester which tells you how much capacity you have in the system, and this will light up accordingly. At the moment it's lighting up to 50%, and this is just running purely off the internal battery. And then we have a USB output socket here, which is a 1 amp socket for charging mobile phones, any other small appliances that can be charged from USB. We also have an LED light, and that's switched on and off via the switch on this side, which I'll show you in a moment. In here is the internal 18 amp hour battery, which is accessible through this panel, should it be necessary to change it. Turning the system around this way, we have a 12 volt DC socket on here, rated at 10 amps. And then we have various indicators here. These are relevant really to charging and to the inverter. So if we turn the inverter on this switch here, this light will come on. Now, when the inverter is in use, if the battery is low, then with the low battery light will come on here, or any other time if it's being used with 12 volt or USB. And we also have a load light here which will come on once you reach 80% of the inverter load. So in this particular case, the inverter is rated at 400 watts. So when you're within 80% of that rating, this light will come on to give you a warning. We also have a charging light here, which will be red when the solar panel is connected to it and charging, and will turn green when it's 100% charged. There are other indicators built into this, audible indicators for overload on the inverter. Should the rating be exceeded, then this would come on, you would get an audible alarm, and you would turn the unit on and off to reset it. You can't overload the inverter, it will safely go into an overload condition. Going to the features on the side, we've already spoken about the fuse holders here, okay, for external and internal battery. This one protects the external batteries. This one is to protect the internal battery and the electronics internal to the system. Here we have the solar input connector, and this is where the 120 watt solar panel is connected to. And we have a external connector to connect the external battery packs to. So The system is supplied with two 36 amp hour SLA, sealed lead acid batteries. These are pre-configured and pre-fused. Okay, it's very much a case, there are two of these, one's got battery 1 written on it, the other's got battery 2. You just daisy chain the two together, and then from battery 2 you just take the last connector and you just connect it to the system, such as that. So you would have two batteries, one connected to the other and the last one connected to this system. So now we have an 18 amp hour battery and two 36 amp hour batteries connected in parallel, giving a 90 amp hour system. Okay. The LED light strips, these are 30 LED light strips, very high brightness, they're sealed, mountable on an aluminium frame, IP67 sealed, making them waterproof. They come on a 5 meter cable with on and off switch, and there are 3 of these per system. Okay, they come pre-configured for connection to our little lighting adapter, and this lighting adapter will take 5 LED light strips. Okay, it plugs into the 12 volt DC socket, making sure that the unit is switched on and the red light is on, and we can connect the LED light strip to that. And I'm sure you can see it's very bright. Okay, 3 of these, pre-configured, easy to install into small buildings, generate an awful lot of light. They only draw 7 watts each. Okay, service life of 10,000 hours. The final part of the system is the 120 watt folding solar panel. This comes in a bag. It's a briefcase style panel, monocrystalline. It unfolds. It's on a 5 meter cable, and it has a stand. It can either be freestanding or it can be mounted on the roof of the property for permanent fixture. It's on a 5 meter cable, pre-configured for connection directly to the box here. This gives, in good conditions, will give us 7 amp hour output. Okay, and obviously facilitates the charging of this entire system. Okay, with all these elements connected together, the Solar Traffica 400 system can deliver 1100 watt hour power, and that's enough to charge. Sorry, that's enough to power small TV, lights, fan for a good 6 to 7 hours a day, and really only utilise approximately 50% of the capability of this system. We've limited the inverter to 400 watts to ensure that people don't connect large appliances such as air conditioning, refrigerators, etc. to the unit. The idea is to keep it simple, keep it low cost, keep it portable and very easy to install. Finally, I'll just show you the inverter in use. So if you slide that down, the inverter is on this side here. It's a 400 watt inverter. Turn that on. You can see it's powering the fan, no problem at all. Okay, just turn that off. This inverter will drive loads like this very easily for long periods of time. Phone charging, as we've already said, lighting, also small low power PCs, laptops, etc. You can extend the life of the system by increasing the number of batteries, although primarily it's designed to operate with each of the elements that we've already spoken about. Given that it's portable, it's very flexible, so we can change the output from 1100 watt hours to a smaller size if required, That will obviously reduce the cost, but will reduce the output. So for example, to go from 2 batteries to 1 battery, and from a 120 watt panel to an 80 watt panel, would reduce the system output from 1100 watt hours to around about 700 watt hours. Okay, I hope we've covered everything in this short video, and we'll give you some idea of the features and the key elements of the Solar Traffic 400. Thank you.